So today let's see the group 1 paper of APPSC in 1990 and 1991. So don't think it is too old paper, just see the questions and see the answer. Try to answer these questions. So now let's move to the first question. The governor is impeached through, and you have 5 seconds. Try to think the answer. So, and the answer is cannot be impeached. The governor cannot be impeached. He is appointed by the president and can be removed by the president at any time. So, there is no process of impeachment mentioned in the Constitution of India for the post of governor. So, now let's see the second question. Economic democracy is envisaged through. The options are fundamental rights, preamble, DPSP and union list. Which of the following has given the economic democracy? And the answer is it's DPSP. Actually, the DPSP was mentioned in part 4 of the Constitution, and the articles related to it is 36 to 51, and we have taken the DPSPs from the Irish Constitution, and in turn Irish Constitution has taken the concept of DPSP from the Spanish Constitution. And actually DPSP, it provides a comprehensive economic, social and political program for the modern democratic state, and also it aims to establish the economic and social democracy in the country. So that's why the economic democracy is envisaged through DPSPs. So, and the next question is starred question in the parliament invites a written answer, oral answer, no answer, debate. And the answer is starred answer invites a oral answer. So there are 3 types of questions asked in the parliament. It's one starred question, and second unstarred question, and third one we have a short notice question, and we can also have a question asked to private member in the parliament. So first let's see the starred question. A start question invites it can be asked to a minister, and if a start question is asked, he has to answer orally, so that supplementary questions can also be asked for him. So, and the color of the start question is green. It can be in the green color. And there is unstart question. This unstart question requires a written reply, so that when the opponent is giving you the written reply, so that you cannot ask, only the answer is in written form. So that's why there is no supplementary questions are asked in it, and the color for the unstart question is white. And there is other question called short notice question. This question can be asked by giving a notice of less than 10 days, and the color of this short notice is light pink. And there is other question, it is a private member, it can be asked to a private member, and the color of the private member is yellow. And let's see the next question. One among the following can impose restrictions of fundamental rights. Options are parliament, prime minister, president, and none of the above. And the answer is a parliament. The state can impose the reasonable restrictions on fundamental rights. So the next question is Constitution provides for protection of freedom of press through Article 14, Article 29, Article 32 and Article 19. And the answer is D, Article 19. And the answer is D, Article 19. Constitution provides protection to freedom of press through Article 19, freedom of speech and expression on all those things. And the next question is Ashok Mehta Committee 1979 reviews center state relations, panchayat raj institutions, role of governor, working of public sectors. So think of the answer. And the answer is Panchayati Raj institutions. It was appointed in December 1977, and the chairman of this committee is Ashok Mehta, and it has recommended nearly 132 recommendations. And let's move to the next question. Most important feature of the Act of 1935 was the introduction of most important feature of the 1935 was the introduction of, see the question correctly and the answers also, diarchy, adult franchise, provincial autonomy and separate electorate. And the answer is provincial autonomy. Actually, if they given this answer diarchy at center means we can keep this option, but they have just given diarchy, so will not choose this option. So as we came to the 1935 act, let's see some of the features of 1935 act. So the 1935 act was the lengthy and detailed document which comprises of nearly 321 sections and 10 schedules. So it was lengthy and detailed one. So it actually what all it had provided, it provided for the establishment of All India Federation, in which it has princely states and provincial units. So the princely states is the states ruled by the princes, kingdoms, and the provincial units is the one which is ruled by the British. So it gave for the establishment of All India Federation, but it was not established because the princely states has refused to join in it. And the second feature we are going to see is it actually divided the powers into three lists: federal list, provincial list, and concurrent list. So the concurrent list has 36 items and the federal list has 54 items, and the provincial list has 54 items and the federal list have 59 items. So this is the second one. And the third one is it has and the important thing is the residuary powers. We also have federal list, provincial list, concurrent list, and we also have a residuary list. This residuary list was under the control of Viceroy. It was under the control of Viceroy in 1935 Act. So remember this. And the third one is it abolished the diarchy in provinces. So diarchy was abolished in provinces and it was introduced in the center. So in place of diarchy, they have introduced a concept of provincial autonomy. And they have also introduced the responsible government. So what is this responsible government is? The governor of the state will act in accordance with the advice of minister. So this was the responsible state. This is the concept of parliamentary government also, and this point of responsible government was introduced in 1937, and as soon as it introduced, it was abolished in 1939. So diarchy was taken in the provinces. Instead of this, the provincial autonomy was introduced and also the responsible government was also introduced. And the next point related to this is they have introduced the diarchy at center. So diarchy was introduced in the center. So in the diarchy, they have introduced the two subjects, reserved subjects So reserved subject and transferred subject. And the next point regarding this is they have introduced the bicameralism. What is bicameralism? Bicameralism is bi means two, cameralism. So there are introduction of two houses, lower house and the upper house. Lower house Lok Sabha Legislative Assembly and upper house Rajya Sabha Legislative Council. Legislative Assembly or Lok Sabha. So introduction of bicameralism. And the next point is it has extended the communal representation. So this was also the option given, but it was not introduced here. It have extended the communal representation. The communal representation to three classes, that is depressed class or scheduled caste and women and laborers or workers. It have extended the communal representation to these three classes. And the next point is it has extended the franchise. So this option was also there. It was not introduced, it was just extended. And it was extended about 10%. 10% of the total population has the right to vote, has got the voting right now. And the next point is, so it has provided for the establishment of RBI to control the currency and credit of the country. And then the next one is it has also provided for the establishment of federal court. So which we now call as Supreme Court, and it was established in 1937. It was set up in 1937. So this was the some of the points regarding 1935 Act. So let's once again revise it. 1935 Act is lengthy and detailed act. It has around 321 sections, 10 schedules. So it has provided for the introduction of All India Federation, which consists of princely states and provincial units, and it was not been established because princely states have refused to join, and the powers was divided into federal list, provincial list, concurrent list, and residuary powers was with the viceroy. And the diarchy at the provinces was abolished. Instead, they have introduced the provincial autonomy and responsible government. And the diarchy was established at the center, reserved subjects, transferred subjects. And the bicameralism was introduced. And the one point, the bicameralism was introduced in 6 out of 11 provinces, and the provinces include Bombay, Bengal, UP, not Uttar Pradesh, it's United Provinces. So United Provinces, Bihar, Madras, and Assam. So in these six places, in these six provinces, out of the 11 provinces, 6 provinces bicameralism was introduced: Bombay, Bengal, Bihar, UP, Madras, Assam. And the next point is they have extended the communal representation to depressed classes, women and laborers, and the franchise was extended to about 10%, and the RBA was set up, and the federal court was set up. These are the some of the points regarding 1935 Act. So now let's move to the next question. Balwant Mehta Committee is associated with Panchayati Raj institutions, Community Development, Planning Commission, Zonal Council. There is no I. So Zonal Council. The Balwant Mehta Committee is associated with, and the answer is Panchayati Raj. it was introduced, it was appointed in January 1957, and it have submitted its recommendations in November 1957, and the chairman of this committee is Balwant Mehta. So it was appointed to examine the community development program and national extension services. So and it recommended the establishment for democratic decentralization. So it actually recommended for decentralization, which we now call as Panchayati Raj. So Balwant Rai Mehta Committee was associated with Panchayati Raj. So I hope you learned or revised something useful today. Happy preparation. Bye.